So the video that I posted this comment on, and now I'm making a video to this, I wanted to explain the 6 different ways that you can use the e-collar, and this is something that I teach in my longer online courses to my students. So the 6 different ways to use the e-collar. Number 1 is that you can just cut all drive. This is usually how owners who have no idea what it is that they are doing with the e-collar, they just get an e-collar. Usually this is a shock collar, and they put it on their dog and they turn it up to the highest level. They wait for their dog to do something, and then they positively punish the dog. It completely cuts all drive and it shuts down the dog. So the second way that you can use the e-collar is going to be from an aversive stem. An aversive stem is where you have conditioned the e-collar, the dog has an understanding of pressure on and pressure off, and you are trying to get the dog to not do one specific thing. So let's say, for example, that you are in the house and you do not want your dog to counter surf. The dog can do literally anything else that they want to do, you just don't want them to counter surf. And so when the dog goes to counter surf, you apply positive punishment. You aren't looking for any one specific behavior, just for them to not do that one specific thing. Number 3 is going to be escape and avoidance training. This is a lot of knee po-po. This is a lot of gun dog training. And this is where the dog is pushed into a behavior and they are taught to avoid the pressure of the e-collar. Number 4 is going to be through shaping, where you are using positive reinforcement, but also negative reinforcement at the same time to achieve a very specific behavior. So let's say, for example, that you want the dog to go into a down. Perhaps you will use a food lure, but you're also using pressure through the e-collar at a low level stem to shape into the down position. But if you're already using positive reinforcement, you're better just using positive reinforcement and doing some type of luring. Anyway, number 5 is going to be a reinforcer of the command. And this is, I think, one of the more common ways that trainers are using the e-collar, which is to correct the dog if they do not do the command that they were told to do. So being a reinforcer of the command, we're looking for a very specific behavior from the dog, and we're using that tactile cue of communication to tell the dog that was the incorrect behavior, please try again. And number 6 is going to be the e-collar is a command in and of itself. And so I think the most common one is accidentally or purposefully teaching the dog how to recall from the stem of the e-collar. And I actually accidentally contextually taught my dog how to recall at the stem of the e-collar. In the context of the environment that the dog was off leash and away from me, too many times I stemmed and then recalled. And so then my dog learned, oh, stem is actually recall.